This is casual. This is casual, man. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I guess you were watching that fight with the blindfold on. You guys are just creating some false narrative just to try to have a good time with the fact that I got to pick wrong. Oh, Lucas is glazing, man. Glazing, man. You guys just love saying that I'm glazing people. That's that pipsqueak strength for you. I gotta knock some sense into these MMA fans, man.
Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor Emelianenko. This ain't Peaches and Creamville.
Peaches and Creamville. Peaches and Creamville.
I think he beats Izzy. Yo, MVP versus Izzy. Who wants to see it? They're not that close, dude. They're not close friends. They've hung out like 2 times. His style brings problems for Izzy. Hell yeah, it does. Are you kidding me? That speed's going to be an issue. Dude, I knew that was coming. I'm just bringing up a good matchup. Him versus Whitaker. I think he beats Whitaker too. I would literally pick MVP to chin Robert Whitaker. After seeing that, Wonderboy fucked up Kevin Holland. Well, Wonderboy also fucked up Whitaker. I think MVP destroys Whitaker. Insane take. Okay. You know, sometimes you could just use the eye test. I think he KOs Whitaker. Oh, yeah. Whitaker and his nasty KO power. Oh, yeah, totally. And Whitaker in his submission game. Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Whitaker has amazing grappling. Whoa, dude. Whitaker's definitely going to be able to sub him. Whoa, Whitaker's nasty KO power. Yeah, for sure. In a shittier weight class, I think MVP KOs Whitaker. Guys, I just saw an incredible performance, okay? Let's not get out of hand here. Let's not act like we didn't just see him completely school Holland better than Wonderboy did. And Wonderboy is a top 5 striker in history. This is casual. This is casual, man. Oh, okay, sure.
Casual, man.
Yeah, totally casual, man. Yeah, I guess you were watching that fight with the blindfold on. Absolutely, dude. Yeah. How does Whitaker beat MVP? Seriously, how does Whitaker beat MVP? Whitaker's too big for him? Oh, yeah. So what does that mean? Is Whitaker going to is he going to hold him down or something? Whitaker and Robert Whitaker's control, right? Robert Whitaker and his amazing ability to control people on the ground and hurt people and sub people, right? Too big for him. Yeah. How does Robert Whitaker's size advantage help him beat MVP? What the fuck does Whitaker do with Whitaker doesn't out physical people, bro. Whitaker out finesses people. He's too slow. Come on, you guys are acting crazy. In a shittier weight class, I think MVP chins Whitaker, and I think he beats Izzy. Why are you talking about middleweights with MVP? Because people can move up a weight class. People move up. He's in the UFC for fun fights. This is not like a guy that's being in the UFC. It's not a young contender. This is a guy that the UFC hired for really fun matchups. Is it that crazy to believe that he could fight Robert Whitaker at 185? It's not crazy. The switch up is crazy. Just last week, you were saying MVP was not UFC level. No, I wasn't. I was never saying MVP wasn't UFC level. You're literally just putting words in my mouth. Again, people do this all the fucking time. I've never not once said he was not UFC level. I said he is UFC level. I don't think he'll beat Kevin Holland. That's all I said. I said Kevin Holland could probably beat him if he throws with high output. And I was wrong. He's better than I thought. But to say that I didn't think he was UFC level, fuck yeah, he could come into the UFC and beat a bunch of people. I just didn't think he was going to beat Kevin Holland. No, I wasn't. I've never give me a single moment of me saying Kevin Holland is not good enough to be in the UFC. That's literally dumb as fuck. I've never once said that in my entire life. But you guys are just creating some false narrative just to try to have a good time with the fact that I got to pick wrong. No, didn't you say like MVP wasn't Cage Warriors worthy? Oh, yeah, just delude yourself into having some laugh. Enjoy it. Honestly, Whitaker relies on his speed. Exactly. Whitaker is a guy that relies on his speed. Dude, Whitaker's having a war with Paulo Costa. Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, MVP has no chance to beat Robert Whitaker. MVP knocks Robert Whitaker's head into orbit. MVP destroys. Yes, he proved me wrong. Oh, I got to pick wrong. Okay, big deal. He destroys Robert Whitaker. Like, I'm not someone that's closely watched MVP versus elite level of competition other than Douglas Lima, who's not good at all. From can't beat Holland to beating Whitaker, from watching him have a good performance to now thinking he can do really well based on watching him having a good performance. Wow, crazy. From watching someone fight and then actually having a different take on their skill set after watching their fight. Whoa, that's so crazy. Damn, that's nuts. Yeah, man. Whitaker beats him just because Whitaker is a guy that's been in the UFC longer and is ranked. And that's the only reason that we can bring up after we just saw Kevin Holland get fucking schooled. Kevin Holland could barely whiff him. I think Whitaker does better than Kevin Holland. Whitaker doesn't control people on the ground. Whitaker doesn't finish people on the ground. Whittaker relies on his speed. MVP is faster than Robert Whittaker. To say otherwise is lunacy. Okay? Whittaker doesn't put away anyone. Whittaker just had a brawl with Paulo the Bum Costa. Paulo the Bum Costa with T-Rex arms. He just had a brawl with. Like, let's wake up. Wake up. Get out of Peaches and Creamville. Let's actually think about the matchup stylistically. Let's take into account the speed. Let's take into account that Kevin Holland has an infinitely better chin than Robert Whittaker. You guys are looking at this completely wrong. And yes, I'll be the first one to admit it. I didn't watch tons of MVP's career. Casual alert. I went back, I rewatched his fights. You know, it's one thing when you're fighting guys that aren't good and you're having good performances over them. It's one thing when you're beating up Mike Perry, where there's no takedowns involved. Fair enough. I thought that against Kevin Holland, it would be a very close fight and Kevin Holland would be able to beat him via output because MVP's output's not crazy, but the speed was just a lot crazier than I thought. I needed to see him in front of a guy that I've watched a lot, and now I have. It's okay to change your mind. It is okay to change your mind on things. Thank you for the $2. 90% of the strikes MVP landed make Rob do the jig. Exactly! Robert Whittaker, horrible chin. Kevin Holland, amazing chin. Robert Whittaker cannot control or submit or damage a fly on the ground. Robert Whittaker hasn't gotten a finish since like 2014. It's been like Whittaker was finishing guys back in the can days, back in the plumber days. I'm joking. Whittaker hasn't finished anyone since like 2017. Okay? MVP destroys. I'm going to make a whole MVP video this week. I swear the first thing I'm going to say is no matter what I say in this video, I know people are going to disagree with this because they're incapable of actually just thinking about the stylistic matchup and they're just going to hear my confidence and hear my words. They're just going to hear, what? You're just picking one guy who had one UFC fight to beat these guys? Like, you're going to say that I'm glazing. Fuck you. You're going to say that I'm glazing and I'm actually just going to be making sense. I don't think that MVP beats everyone. I think he beats middleweights that are slower and not on his level speed-wise. He beats Chinny Whittaker and he beats Izzy. Straight up. I think Strickland beats him. I'll give you guys that beat him. Oh, Lucas is glazing, man. Glazing, man. Why? Because I think he beats like 2 people that are impressive and that's it. But I think a million people could beat him. Shavkat beats him. Okay. I think that Leon Edwards could beat him. I think that Strickland beats him. I think that Anthony Hernandez beats him. I can name a shitload of people that beat him. I think Khamzat Chimaev beats him. A ton of people beat him. I'm just bringing up the people that he beats that are impressive wins. And you guys are going crazy about it. Glazing. For sure, though. You guys just love saying that I'm glazing people. Oh, yeah, I'm totally glazing just because I am saying that he beats some people. Whoa. Crazy. You guys are literally glazing Robert Whittaker. You guys are glazing Adesanya. You're glazing. Keep glazing Izzy. Keep glazing Izzy, though. Yeah, Izzy's just so unbeatable, man. Going from MVP can't beat Holland to beating Whittaker is 100% recency bias. Oh, yeah, totally, man. Okay, so it's 100% recency bias. That's the only reason you're saying. The only reason why I would pick MVP to beat Whittaker is recency bias. That's it. Not because of the chin, not because of the speed, not because of the stylistic matchup, just because recency bias. That's not a good take. At the end of the day, you got to just smile and wave.